friends, I'm Sherry and I grow in Growing Zone 5B in Ontario, Canada. And for those of you that have been supporting my journey and watching as I grow as a gardener, you all know that all of the beds that I currently have been constructed from recycled barn material. So we know somebody locally who actually tears down barns that are ready to fall down, and then he resells that material. Today we are going to be building these 3 metal raised beds that are from GROBOX, a Canadian business that is run out of BC. So for those of you that are looking to expand on your garden, you might want to check out this company. They are non-toxic and contain eco-friendly materials. It's an amazing company. There are a lot of companies out there that are strictly for profit. I can tell you that this company here, yes, probably makes profit from all the things that they sell, but they also give back to their community. They give a percentage of all their profit back to the community, back to nonprofit organizations in order to help out. And so if you're looking to invest in some very top quality beds, please go into the description below, click on the link and check them out. So let's open these boxes up and see what tools I'm going to need in order to build them. So 2 of the beds that I bought from this company are 17 inches tall, and they are 9-in-1 configurations, which means I can build these beds 9 different ways. The reason that I bought 2 of them is because I also bought an arch trellis from them, and so I'm going to be connecting them with that arch trellis. So I haven't quite decided the exact size that I want to build yet. I thought I would open them up, show you what they look like, and then look at the configurations one more time and make my decision. So let's open these up. The other great thing about this type of bed is that it is something that I can build on my own. I don't need help, which is amazing. Okay. Oh, look what they sent me. Very cool. So this is a seedling tunnel. Protects seedlings from harsh weather and pests. Retains heat, humidity, creates favorable conditions for germination and growth. Made from a heavy-duty polythene plastic, rust-resistant, galvanized steel hoops. Woohoo! This is a big surprise to me. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Okay, I hope the camera is going to show you just how beautiful the sage green color is. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Okay, so these are the corners. There are 4 of them. Okay, let's lay this down for a second. Okay, so you can see that there are 9 configurations that I can make with this one box. So I think I want to do the 6.5 by 3.5. I think that would probably suit my garden best, considering that the current beds that I have are 3 by 8 and 4 by 8. So that would be the closest. All right, step 1 is remove all of the protective film. So that was that plastic, and I removed it from all of the pieces, all the round pieces or corner pieces, as well as the sides. Then it says, lay down all the panels on a flat surface. Well, I'm going to lay them down behind me. You will notice, or maybe the camera isn't going to pick it up, it's not flat. It's covered in wood chips. It'll have to do. Be mindful that the rough surfaces might scratch the panel, so I'll just have to be really careful that I'm not moving them around too much while I assemble it. Loosely assemble all straight panels with the bolts and washers and nuts. And so they did provide me this bag here, all of the stuff. Then tighten the nut using the provided wrench tool with a screwdriver or cordless drill.
Step 1, you want to make sure that you're laying all your pieces out to see exactly what configuration you want your garden box to be. Step 2 is assembling the sides of your bed. So you want to take 2 pieces, line up the holes, insert your bolt, add your washer, and then your nut. You want to make sure you're only tightening it finger tight so that all the other holes will line up for you.
Seriously, could it get any easier? Someone who is not handy at all, 0% handy, could build these.
Step 3 is tightening up all those bolts and nuts. So you want to insert your screwdriver into the bolt head using the wrench that was provided. You want to then tighten up every single nut that there is, making sure that you're not stripping the bolts. Step 4 was adding your corner pieces to the side pieces that you've already assembled. Step 5 is adding that end piece to connect both side pieces together. Step 6 is adding that black trim to the top of your bed, giving it that final finished look.
Okay, friends, here is the first bed completed. How beautiful is the sage green with the black trim on top? I just think it is going to make my garden pop with this color in it. Hey guys, so as you can see behind me, the beds are all built. It probably took me, I'm going to say close to 2.5 hours to build all 3 beds. One tip that I'm going to give you is I built the first bed on the ground. Second 2 beds, I built them up on a table, so it was a little bit easier on my back. So if you have anything that you can put them up on, even some of your gardening containers that don't have plants in them, then you could just easily lay them out and use them like a table. You could also build them on one of your raised beds. And what I mean by that is putting some of the sides together was just easier, being able to stand up as opposed to being bent over on my knees. So what we're going to do today is build the arch trellis. So I'm going to get started just like the beds. Everything that I needed came with them. So for the arch trellis, it comes with bolts and nuts. It comes with a different kind of mixed bolt, and then it comes with a wrench. So everything that I need is in here. So let's get started building this arch trellis, getting it hooked onto the beds, and then getting the boss out here to help me level the beds perfectly.
Here I am just laying out the pieces that I'm going to need, making sure that I put the right pieces on each side before I start assembling. One of the things that we needed to do was to remove the top 3 bolts so that we could insert longer bolts to hold the trellis poles. Here's my husband helping me out.
Okay, friends, check this out. The beds are done. The trellis has been installed. Beds are leveled. But can we take a minute to appreciate how tall this trellis is? Let me show you. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I'm definitely going to need a step ladder or maybe more than a step ladder to harvest anything off of this trellis. But oh my God, it is so beautiful. So I'm gonna head inside, have dinner, and then I think tomorrow after work we're going to come out here. I'm going to fill both these beds, and I'm going to fill them differently, and I can't wait to share that with you. So stay with me. So I think that I've accepted the reality that any project I do in the garden is going to take me a series of days, and I'm fine with it. We're on day 3 of this project, and so day 1 was construct the beds, day 2 was level them and do the arch trellis, and day 3, which is today, we are going to be filling them. So the bed in the back is the bed that I'm going to be putting some old plants and weeds and different things like that into the bottom of it. I already have some cardboard in there. Then I'm going to be dumping in some chicken manure from last year that I had in bins. I think it'll be fine. I don't think that it's going to cause the roots of any of the plants that I plant in there any trouble. Usually you want to wait a year, and you want to have it in a compost pile where you're stirring it up and mixing it with other stuff. I think that the beds are deep enough that putting it on the bottom is not going to make a big deal. And then I'm going to put some compost in, and then probably next weekend I'm going to top dress all of my beds. So stay tuned for that video when I show you how I top dress my garden beds. And so this bed behind me is going to be a little different. I just emptied out 6 Rubbermaid containers of fresh chicken manure. The coop needs to be cleaned out. So whether I put them in this bed or I put them in my compost pile, it really doesn't matter. And so I know some of you are screaming, don't do it. It's gonna burn the roots of your plants. But the thing that I'm going to be doing different with this bed is I am then going to be putting in here a bunch of straw bales. And this bed is going to be my experiment. I'm going to be gardening in straw bales, and I'm going to compare it to the other bed. The other bed is going to, have a bit of that hugelkultur method where I'm like layering it. And then using compost, and this one is going to be the straw bale. So it'll be interesting to watch these 2 beds throughout the season to see which one does better. So let's get started. I only have about an hour and 20 minutes before I have to leave for pickleball. So I really want to get this part of the project done and show you how I'm doing it.
So this is bed 1. I added some more cardboard that I had, and then I dumped in a whole bunch of plants that I had pulled out of my other raised beds, but I didn't want to get rid of it because they will decompose and add amazing nutrients to this bed. I then added in that chicken manure from last year, and then I realized I still had some planters that I had to empty out. So I dumped those in too. And now you can see that I'm adding in some fresh compost. I'm going to add in a whole bunch so that I can then plant my plants in this bed. This is the second bed, and I added a bit more cardboard that I had. I then dumped in that very fresh chicken manure, and spreading it out was a little on the gross side considering that it was a hot day out and it was a little smelly, and I think I may have gotten some fresh chicken poop on my gloves. So here I am adding in the straw bales. I realized that if I turned that one bale, I could add that 4th bale in, which would then give me a nice full bed.
Okay, friends, these beds are 95% done. I still need to treat the straw. That's going to take about 2 weeks. I have to treat it with fertilizer to get it ready for the plants that are in the plant room that are soon going to be coming upstairs to be hardened off. And then we have this bed over here. I need my son to bring up a bit more of the compost for me, and then this bed will be done. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see which bed is going to do better, the straw bales or the compost. Have you done this experiment before? If you have, leave me a comment below. Let me know what worked best for you. I'm really interested to see which bed is going to be better. So which bed is going to have the healthier plants, which bed is going to produce the most harvest. so on and so forth. Thanks for spending your time with me.